Welcome back to Sneak 7 News. I'm Linda Ellerby.
And I'm Julia Chang.
And here today we have an exclusive interview with Jeremy Finch. But first, here's Julia with your Make Home weather update.
It's snowing outside. There is snow in Macomb County. It's snowing. Scientists believe that the weather change is due to the hypocrisy of the people in Macomb County. Back to you, Linda.
Thanks, Julia. Now here's Alexis Park with your inside scoop on what people are calling the trial of the year.
Thanks, Linda. So, Jeremy.
Please, call me Jam.
Okay, Jem. Before the trial, how'd you expect it to go? What were some things running through your head?
Well, before the trial, I was so sure we were going to win. I thought with Atticus as his lawyer, Tom Robinson was sure to come out innocent.
So what was it like in the courtroom during the trial?
During the trial, everyone was constantly on the edge of their seat. Nobody knew what Atticus was going to say next, or what Mr. Gilmore was going to retaliate with. You could sense nerves in every person in the courtroom.
What are your feelings now that the trial has concluded?
I'm still very upset with the verdict of the jury. Personally, I still believe Tom is innocent, and he should have never went to jail. I don't think the outcome was fair, and Tom didn't deserve it. But that's just the way Macomb County is, and I can't change what they already did.
Did you ever feel embarrassed that your father was defending an African-American man?
Well, at school, my sister Scout and I were often teased about it, but I've never been ashamed of Atticus. I knew what he was doing was right, and that makes me very proud, not embarrassed.
How do you feel about Mr. Link Dees?
I think what Link Dees did was very brave. He openly stood up for Tom in a courtroom full of people, and I respect that.
Would you hope that in the future, in a case like this, Tom would win?
Yes. I do hope that eventually equality will exist in Macomb County and all throughout the world. Tom wasn't given a fair chance, and I hope African Americans in the future will.
Well, thank you for that, Jen, and we will continue this interview after the break. Welcome back to Snake 7 News. I'm Alexis Park, and I'm still here with Jem Finch. Jem, why do you think Dill started crying during the trial?
I think Dill probably started crying during the trial because he finally understood what I was thinking, and Dill saw how nice of a guy Tom was, and what was happening was unfair. I understand what Dill was going through because I felt it myself. And it wasn't easy for him and Scout to see what the trial meant, but I think that when Dill did understand it, it hit him hard, and that's why it brought him to tears.
Why did the jury take so long with their decision?
The jury probably took so long with their decision because Tom and Atticus really made it hard for them to decide. I think they really knew that Mayella wasn't raped by Tom, and they believed that. But once Tom said that he felt sorry for Mayella, we all knew the trial was over after that, and I guess social inequality really took over.
What was it like when all the people on the balcony stood up for Atticus?
It was really nice. At that moment, I was really proud to have Atticus as my father. All the black community stood up for him because even though that they knew Tom lost, they were still very thankful for Atticus doing what he did, and it was just their way of saying thank you.
In your opinion, why didn't Tom win the trial?
Tom didn't win the trial because people in Macomb County don't like change, and they can't accept the fact that times are changing and that we need to too. And they also couldn't handle the fact that a black man could feel bad for a white woman. I think Tom lost the court case not because Atticus did anything wrong, nor because Tom was guilty, but because the people of Macomb County are so stubborn and they can't admit that one of their own would make a mistake. They'd rather have someone else pay the price than admit that they are wrong.
Thank you for that wonderful insight on the trial, Mr. Jem Finch. And back to you in the studio, Linda.
Alexis, and thank you, Mr. Jeremy Finch. Coming up next on Sneak 7 News, Boo Radley spotted outside his house trying to put something in a cement-filled tree. More on this when we come back.